In this lesson, we will examine the units that are used to measure electromotive force, flow, resistance and power in an electrical circuit. We will also look at the relationships between the various units. We know that the flow of electrons through a material is known as current, and that for a current to flow, there must be a positive charge, which is a deficiency of electrons, at one end of the conductor, and a negative charge, or surplus of electrons, at the other. The flow of electric current can be compared to the flow of water. In the same way that water needs a force, pressure, to make it flow, electricity also needs a force, known as electromotive force, or EMF, to make it flow. In a water tank, if pressure decreases, flow decreases, and if the pressure increases, the flow increases. In a closed electrical circuit, if the EMF decreases, the flow of electrons or current decreases, and if the EMF increases, the current flow increases. Electromotive force is an indication of the difference in electrical charge or potential between one point in a circuit and another. So, for instance, the EMF produced by a battery is the difference in the charge between the positive and the negative terminals. It is also known as potential difference and is measured in units of volts. The symbol used for volts is V or E. By increasing the voltage, the flow of electrons increases past any point in a circuit, and decreasing the voltage decreases the flow. In aircraft electrical systems, voltage is supplied by batteries and generators. Batteries become discharged as their voltage is used, so are limited in their use. Generators are used to maintain a constant voltage. Batteries and generators are both fully covered in later lessons. To measure voltage, a voltmeter is used. It is connected across the 2 points between which the voltage is to be measured, without disconnecting the circuit. Electrical circuits can have very high or very low values of voltage in them. 1 microvolt is 1/1,000,000th of a volt. 1 millivolt is 1,000th of a volt. And 1 kilovolt is 1,000 volts. The prefixes used for these values are displayed on the screen. The current in a conductor is the number of electrons passing any point in the conductor in 1 second, and is measured in amperes or amps. Current can be measured by an instrument called an ammeter, which is connected into the circuit so that the current in the circuit passes through it. The symbol used for current is I. However, when current is expressed in amps, the symbol A is used. So if you wanted to say that the current flow in a circuit is 5 amps, it could be written as I equals 5A. Small values of current are given the following prefixes. 1 microamp is 1/1,000,000th of an amp, and 1 milliamp is 1,000th of an amp. The flow of current has a number of effects. They are heating, magnetic, and chemical. When current flows through a conductor, it always causes an increase in temperature in the conductor. This effect is put to use in such things as electric heaters and incandescent light bulbs. A magnetic field is always produced around the conductor when a current flows through it. This effect is used in motors, generators, and transformers, and is fully discussed in the lesson on electromagnetism. When a current flows through certain liquids, known as electrolytes, a chemical change occurs in the liquid and any metals immersed in it. This effect is discussed in the lesson on batteries. For a current to flow, there must be a complete path or circuit. The fewer obstructions in the circuit, the greater will be the current flow. In an electrical circuit, the obstruction to current flow is called resistance. Components with resistance are known as resistors. Components with very low resistance are known as conductors. For a fixed voltage, the smaller the resistance, the larger will be the current flow. And the larger the resistance, the smaller will be the current flow. The current in the circuit can therefore be adjusted by altering the resistance. There are a number of factors which affect the resistance of a material. Different types of material have different levels of resistance. Silver, for instance, has a lower level of resistance than copper, and so silver is a better conductor of electrical current than copper. The resistance of a material varies directly with its length. The longer a material is, the greater will be its resistance to current flow. The resistance of a material varies inversely with its cross-sectional area. The thicker the material is, the smaller will be its resistance. In many materials, the resistance to current flow changes when the temperature of the material changes. If resistance increases with an increase of temperature, the resistor is said to have a positive temperature coefficient. If resistance decreases with an increase of temperature, the resistor is said to have a negative temperature coefficient. Materials whose resistance changes with temperature are used in aircraft systems for temperature measurement. Here is a summary of the factors affecting the resistance of a material. Spend a moment studying it before moving on. Resistance may be used to adjust the current flow in a circuit by fitting devices known as resistors in the circuit. The symbols used in electrical circuits for fixed and variable resistors are being displayed on the screen. Spend a moment studying them, as you will see them in many electrical circuits in future lessons. The abbreviation used for resistance is R. The unit of resistance is the ohm, and the symbol omega is used to signify ohms. A material has a resistance of 1 ohm if an applied voltage of 1 volt produces a current flow of 1 amp through it. As with volts and amps, there are symbols for larger and smaller values of resistance. 1/millionth of an ohm is expressed as 1 microhm, 1,000th of an ohm as 1 milliohm, 1,000 ohms is expressed as 1 kiloohm, and 1 million ohms as 1 megohm. The symbols used for these values are being displayed on the screen. In a closed circuit, there is a relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. If the voltage remains constant, any increase in resistance will cause a decrease in current, and a decrease in resistance will cause an increase in current. We can therefore say that in a closed circuit, current is inversely proportional to resistance. If the resistance remains the same, any increase in voltage will cause an increase in current, and a decrease in voltage will cause a decrease in current. So current is directly proportional to voltage. This is expressed as Ohm's law, which states that in a closed circuit, voltage equals current multiplied by resistance, or V equals IR. And by transposition, I equals V over R, or R equals V over I. To reinforce Ohm's law, we will look at a couple of examples. In this circuit, we know that the resistance is 4 ohms and the current is 3 amps. So using Ohm's law, we can find the applied voltage. V equals IR, so the voltage is 3 multiplied by 4, or 12 volts. Now, you try this one. Click the box next to the correct answer. When a force produces a movement, work is said to have been done. The rate at which work is done is called power. In an electric circuit, work is done by the voltage causing current to flow in the circuit, creating heat, magnetism, or a chemical reaction. In an electrical circuit, power is measured in watts. The abbreviation for watts is W. The power in watts can be found by multiplying the voltage by the current. So W equals V multiplied by I. By using Ohm's law in the power formula, we can derive some other formulae for calculating power as a function of resistance and current, or resistance and voltage. We know from Ohm's law that V equals IR. So in the power formula, we can replace V with IR. The power in a circuit in watts, therefore, can be calculated using the formula I squared multiplied by R. Similarly, from Ohm's law, I equals V over R. So we can use V over R in the power formula instead of I. Thus, power in watts equals V squared over R. When a current passes through a resistor, the power is dissipated as heat, and the resistor will eventually melt if the current becomes excessive. The amount of heat developed by a current I in a resistor R is I squared R in watts. So it can be seen that the heating effect is proportional to the square of the current. A relatively small increase in current can therefore cause a significant increase in heating effect. Each electrical component and the wiring which supplies it is given a power rating or maximum wattage, which, if exceeded, will cause it to overheat. Each electrical circuit in an aircraft will be protected by a fuse or circuit breaker, which will prevent the maximum permitted current flow in the circuit from being exceeded by breaking the circuit if the current increases beyond a safe level. Fuses and circuit breakers are described in another lesson. That is the end of the lesson. Here is a summary of the main points. The unit of electromotive force or potential difference is the volt. The flow of electrons is known as current. The unit of current is the ampere or amp. A material's electrical resistance is its level of resistance to current flow. Resistance is measured in ohms. Ohm's law states that in an electrical circuit, the applied voltage, V, equals the current, I, multiplied by the resistance, R. Electrical power in watts equals voltage multiplied by current, or by transposition, the current squared multiplied by the resistance, or the voltage squared divided by the resistance.